So this is the 12th video in the series. This one's going to be a little bit about using Office, Word and Excel. So in the session what we did is we looked at a possible scenario where you've been given a chemical inventory by the head of science, and your job was to complete that in Excel, convert it to a Word document and then email it to a group list of staff members. So if we look at Excel, it's a pretty powerful tool, but it's not often used. So this is the example which we used or are going to use at the PD. So basically what we have here is the particular class of chemical. We've got some of the chemical names down here. We've got the rest of the information here as well, but it's kind of hasn't really been ordered very well, and it's obviously also incomplete. Okay, so Excel is really good with this sort of stuff because you can change a few things around quite easily, and you can save yourself a lot of time if you know how Excel works. Now, let's say, for example, you'll notice that I'll just zoom out just a touch here, okay, and I can zoom by using this little tool over here. If I click on that, it allows me to zoom out. I can see a little bit more. Okay, so now that I've got it looking like this, we can see that the cells in Excel have a particular border around them in the table which has been sent to us. Now, one of the first things that we want to do is organize it so that we don't have this annoying kind of, cutting off and wrapping of text. So what we can do is we can highlight the lot and go up to here where it says wrap text. I'm going to uncheck that. And so what that's done immediately is it's given us a table which is now a little bit neater. The other thing is that it's sort of cropped off a couple of the names. Okay, now that's something which is a little bit undesirable. So we want to change that around a little bit so that we can actually see the names of the chemicals that we're dealing with. So in order to do that, there's a few little things in Excel that are pretty easy to use and allow you to sort things out like that quite simply. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the top, and you'll notice that as I highlight, there's a little black arrow that's appeared there now. And what I can do is I'm going to click and drag along, and that'll expand my selection a little bit. I'm going to go over here to this tool which says Format, and I'm going to go to where it says Auto Fit Column Width. And what that has done now is that's automatically fitted all of the columns to the largest cell size. So basically everything now is going to be fitting in there really nicely so that we can read everything without it being cut off. And that's exactly what we want. Now, the other things that we notice in here is that there are a couple of discrepancies in the table. Now, we probably want to make that so that they're all, and I know when this document was originally created, we would leave those things, but just for the sake of this exercise, we're going to create it and make sure that each one of the values which are in here are listed by Excel as a numerical value. Now you'll notice if I undo that last one, I'll just Control Z, you'll notice that, see how it says 0.5 L and it's left aligned or left justified? It's for that. And that is because Excel considers anything with a letter in it to not be a numerical value. So what we need to do is delete the L to make it a numerical value.